Along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Demon Deacons will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Wilkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Stanford's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Get it out on the screen. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. So Wake Forest's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking downfield, it's Pitts. Throws for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Encroachment. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
When you're a QB and you have enough time to take out a sandwich and finish the sandwich before you have to make a pass down the field, that's a good day at the office.
They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll get this drive started from the 29. He'll start this drive firing. Stands in and takes the hit. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They'll run it from the gun. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll pull it on the read. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wake!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Encroachment. Defense. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, after having 3 sacks in their last game, this offense knew they had to ID where this guy was going to line up every play. They had to have an answer for him. Didn't have one there. He is so strong. He's so fast, and he just knows how to get home to the quarterback. He's got a 6th sense.
They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get it.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the tailback. Shows him the stiff arm. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 25.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Stanford now has it in the red zone. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He tries to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards.
Touchdown, Demon Deacons! What a catch and run for 6.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys. You never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. James Madison is making it look easy today. A special performance that would make the 4th president of the United States proud. They're up by 21 over Washington State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
To the air on first down. Trying to get to it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Stanford quickly to the line. He's looking for a man on second down. They're bringing heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Offense in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Pitts. He lets one fly deep. Snags it. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you know.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Got the back over the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
The offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And the Demon Deacons are marching down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Miranda. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Looking to throw on second down. Makes a grab over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quickly complete. At the 20, he's got space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. The Demon Deacons will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Touchdown, Wake Forest! And the route is on.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's got it again. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. He's brought... Solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now facing a 3rd and long. The play action fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's open. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive.
That makes the score. Wake Forest, 42. Stanford, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. The inside handoff. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Addison. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the boom kind. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Takes the easy completion. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On the option. Oh, it's a fumble. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they are going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
The give as they work on that clock. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Looking for space. It's Stewart. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Runs through a tackle.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
And I just love having a decisive quarterback. Like, give him options, but he makes a decision, sticks his foot in the ground, says, I'm going to get the first down, and he gets it.
And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
And the rush will get to him at the 25. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. They run into a bit of trouble here, third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.